Taylor makes a banging sourdough loaf. I mean, it's so good.
Talk about a headline-packed roller coaster of drama, carbs, and diamonds. First up, Kylie Kelce spilled the tea on Taylor Swift's baking prowess. Then, things got shinier as insiders hinted Taylor's wedding gown might actually be diamond-studded, which has Swifties reaching for sunglasses just to handle the sparkle. And just when you thought romance was on pause, Travis's ex, Kayla Nicole, popped back on the scene.
Do you have owner friends? I keep saying I don't want to date any more athletes, but I'm down to date the owners of the teams.
Meanwhile, Swifties weren't thrilled with her Life of a Showgirl merch after a cotton towel reportedly turned acrylic. But Taylor quickly dropped a sweet pre-Thanksgiving surprise with a remix announcement from the Chainsmokers. And finally, the wedding hype went into overdrive with Mark Ronson volunteering to DJ, Jimmy Fallon offering stand-up, and even Foreigner sliding in to perform.
While we're here, if you guys need a DJ, Travis and Taylor.
Yeah, exactly. If you need a comedian to go as well, I can do some stand-up.
If there's one thing the Kelce household is never short on, it's chaos, carbs, and people arguing over who makes the best baked anything. And honestly, Kylie Kelce is totally fine stepping back and letting the pros take the reins, especially now that Taylor Swift is basically the family's unofficial sourdough sorceress. Kylie has been hyping Taylor's kitchen magic like she's announcing the MVP of Thanksgiving, and honestly, fair. When someone rolls in with a loaf that tastes like a warm hug and a Grammy, you let them cook. Kylie, who's usually confident enough in her own banana chocolate chip masterpieces, is fully admitting the Kelce kitchen is already stacked. She's surrounded by Jason and Travis's grandma, who apparently used to whip up chocolate chip cookies that could calm a storm, and Mama Kelce, whose dinner rolls reportedly disappear faster than a Travis Kelce post-game interview.
The one thing that I bake the most is banana chocolate chip muffins. We do have well-known bakers in the family. Donna's dinner rolls, big hit. Grandma Mary had great chocolate chip cookies.
Add Taylor and her banging sourdough into the mix, and Kylie's like, yeah, the dessert lane is covered, thanks. But Taylor doesn't just dabble in baking, she enters full-blown eras.
Taylor makes a banging sourdough loaf. I mean, it's so good. And Pop-Tarts.
Sources say she mentioned how every 6 months she falls into a new kitchen obsession, and right now she's knee-deep in her sourdough phase like it's a world tour stop. And the woman experiments. Blueberry lemon, cinnamon swirl, pumpkin vibes. She's basically the Willy Wonka of carbs. But the cutest part? She's been workshopping a funfetti sourdough for Jason and Kylie's little rainbow-loving squad because nothing says Auntie of the Year like dumping sprinkles into dough and calling it research. And with Taylor perfecting funfetti sourdough like it's a Grammy category, it somehow makes total sense that the same woman is now being linked to a wedding gown that could basically blind the first 3 rows. Apparently, while she's kneading dough with sprinkles, she's also planning a ceremony so regal, it might have the royal family side-eyeing their own archives.
You know, I'm so excited about it. I'm just like, I know it's going to be fun to plan.
Ever since she and Travis dropped that joint engagement post and broke the internet for the 47th time, Swifties have been in full detective mode. And now, insiders are stirring the pot, claiming her wedding gown might actually be diamond-studded. Like real diamonds, not rhinestones from aisle 7, diamonds. As in, you might need sunglasses to look at the bride. People close to the situation whisper that Taylor wants nothing short of a regal wedding, a full-blown, gold-dripped HBO-level production inspired by her latest fixation, the Gilded Age. Yes, the show with mansions so dramatic they make castles look like starter homes. Sources insist she's deep in her literal Gilded Age era, envisioning sweeping staircases, candlelit halls, gowns that sparkle like they're flirting with the sun, and so much gold decor old New York would probably rise from the grave just to nod in approval. And the vibe doesn't stop there. She's been quietly collecting vintage references, couture silhouettes, and enough over-the-top soiree ideas to make a historical drama wish it tried harder. Another insider claims she wants guests to feel like they've been yanked straight into 1883, not the dusty frontier vibe, but the champagne-soaked velvet everywhere one. And with guests supposedly time-traveling into Taylor's velvet-lined, diamond-sparkling 1883 fantasy, the universe clearly decided it was the perfect moment for Kayla Nicole to pop back up with some chaos of her own. And oh boy, she delivers. Because while Taylor is planning a wedding that sounds like Versailles got jealous, Kayla is busy rewriting her entire dating strategy like she's updating software. Kayla has officially retired from the athlete roster after her on-again, off-again saga with Travis finally fizzled out in 2022. And honestly, she seems unbothered. She's just moving on. She's upgrading the whole dating league. Forget tight ends and three-point shooters. The woman wants owners now. Front office energy only. Mansions, private jets, questionable art collections, the works.
I keep saying I don't want to date any more athletes, but I'm down to date the owners of the teams.
And the timing? Great, because she's announcing this revelation while sitting across from Harry Jowsey on his podcast. And the two of them are basically flirting like it's a Netflix reality show that forgot to hit record. Sources claim Kayla casually dropped that she's done with athletes, but owners of teams? Absolutely. Meanwhile, Harry, who just so happens to be a part owner of a rugby team, locks in like he just discovered the cheat code. He apparently teased that she didn't need introductions to his friends when he was sitting right there. And Kayla? She gave him that slow nod that says, "Oh, I caught that."
Do you have owner friends?
Here we go.
Oh, you. Again. Got it. Right. Okay. All right.
I'm here.
Yeah.
But Kayla isn't just talking the talk. She's been dressing like she's prepping for billionaire applications. Her recent backless yellow dress broke the internet harder than a Swift Kelce engagement post, and her Halloween Toni Braxton-inspired moment had people whispering that it was a strategic little eyebrow raise toward Taylor. Because Toni's iconic track? Yeah, the subtext was loud. And just when you thought the universe had delivered maximum drama with Kayla Nicole plotting her front office romance glow-up, Taylor Swift's own empire decided to throw a curveball for the Swiftie faithful. Because while the wedding plans sparkle like a diamond-studded Times Square billboard, fans are apparently wiping their faces with disappointment. Literally. Sources say a towel from her Life of a Showgirl merch line, hyped as 100% cotton, apparently rolled out of shipping boxes in full-on acrylic mode. Yep, what was supposed to soak up post-shower bliss apparently just bounced water off like it was auditioning for a hydrophobic Olympics. The $45 price tag didn't help, and insiders whisper that Swifties went from unboxing excitement to posting online rants faster than you can say midnight album drop. Apparently, it's not even the first rodeo. Some fans recalled previous merch advertised with luxe embroidery arriving with, let's call it print improv skills. And of course, the official product descriptions got quietly tweaked after the backlash, because who needs public explanations when you can silently edit history, right? The internet's reaction? Wild. Words like shocking, embarrassing, and insulting were trending in comment sections like they were lyrics in a Taylor bridge. Some fans pointed out that on a normal online marketplace, a refund would have been immediate, but here, they were left clutching their wallets and acrylic towels, wondering if owning a superstar's merch now comes with a side of disappointment. Critics have been drawing an eyebrow-raising contrast between the price tag of these items and Taylor's personal life, which is basically dripping in designer couture and jewelry that could fund a small country. And while some chalked it up to team oversight, others weren't buying it, noting Taylor's reputation for being hands-on with her empire. The word on the street is that repeated hiccups like this point to quality control being, let's say, a work in progress. And just as Swifties were airing their acrylic towel grievances and contemplating whether $45 for fake cotton counts as a midlife crisis for merch, Taylor herself decided to drop a little plot twist to redirect attention. Because while some fans were clutching their wallets and questioning life choices, Taylor hopped onto Instagram like it was a red carpet and hit them with a sweet little pre-Thanksgiving surprise. Sources say she shared a poster for her song, The Fate of Ophelia, from her latest album, Life of a Showgirl, and casually slid in a link to a remix by the Chainsmokers. Basically, it was like, yes, you got burned by merch, but here's a musical band-aid, and yes, it's glittery. Insiders claim this announcement came hot on the heels of the big wedding leaks, which had already got Swifties spiraling over diamond-studded gowns, Gilded Age-level gold accents, and enough velvet to upholster a small castle. Apparently, Taylor is living her historical drama fantasy, collecting vintage references, couture silhouettes, and all the over-the-top soiree inspo a bride could hoard without going to rehab. Another source insists she wants the ceremony to feel so regal and timeless that guests are basically stepping into 1883, champagne in hand, trying not to trip over the gold-accented rugs. Sources also hint that while Travis is quietly prepping for the big day, Taylor is keeping her inner planner busy with all the little details that make a wedding Instagram famous before it even happens. And yes, that includes a diamond-encrusted gown that could probably power a small city and so much gold that old New York would need sunglasses. And just as Swifties were mentally converting their acrylic towels into therapy props, the universe threw another headline their way. The wedding of the century might just have a soundtrack worthy of a sold-out arena. Sources say Mark Ronson is itching to take over the DJ booth at Taylor and Travis's nuptials, because apparently, if there's a party this high profile, it better be on beat. And as if that wasn't enough, Jimmy Fallon apparently volunteered his stand-up chops, because every Gilded Age-inspired diamond-studded wedding needs someone to break the ice with a joke about champagne and velvet rugs. Insiders say Ronson even hinted about recruiting Paul McCartney, because why not go full Beatles meets Arrowhead vibes while you're at it? There's also a fun side note from Fallon. Mick Jones' band, Foreigner, slid into the DMs with a formal "we got you" offer, basically saying, "We've been figuring out love for 40 years, let us soundtrack yours." The whole scene reads like a celebrity wedding Avengers assemble, with playlists and punchlines ready to drop at a moment's notice. That said, sources insist Taylor and Travis are still playing it cool and keeping it intimate. No paparazzi circus, no red carpet chaos, just a private affair with a tight circle of friends, which honestly is impressive when your engagement has already broken the internet multiple times. Taylor is still geeking out over her ring, constantly staring at it like it's a tiny, sparkly proof that she somehow landed her favorite person ever. And Travis? Well, he's probably quietly smiling while mentally preparing his speech, secretly knowing he's marrying someone who turns every towel mishap, kitchen adventure, and Gilded Age fantasy into headline gold. That's all for this video, folks. We'll see you next time.